ES market recap for March 2nd, 2023. All right, let's have a look at this chart. Well, today we opened low out of range. And I like to go to this Metrics Maestro playbook and look at what that means. I try doing that in the morning until I can hopefully memorize this stuff. When the market opens lower outer range, either IBH or IBL is broken 100% of the time. IBL favored by only 2%. The gap is closed only 41% of the time. NVPOC is closed only 32% of the time. And that's what happened today, big time. And we hit, let me scroll out a little bit on here. All right. Well, we started off in the morning down here. We had that gap. It said there's a low probability of that getting closed. But it did. So it went back up. It filled the gap by around 8:10 my time. Market open for me is 6:30 because it's Pacific time. So here's our VPOC right here. There's the previous low. Broke the previous low, found support at the previous low. Went up closer towards the VPOC. Didn't quite have enough. Then it went back down to here. Back to the previous low. Previous RTH low. Went up, tested this. You could call that resistance there. By that point, that was the IBH, the initial balance high. And came back. Its initial balance failure, not very much of one. I looked at it, I wasn't going to take it. We found support here, and you see how that goes into where yesterday was. So I've got support right here, at 43. I caught part of this. I got out too fast. It went out, way further than I thought it would. So I was, I'll go to that later. I have a picture of it. But anyway, so we were bouncing around in between here. We got here, look, found support right there. And that's something from yesterday. And that looks like that's the low of that value area from yesterday. Then it bounced up higher, went up to 74. Can kind of see how there's what you could call resistance there above yesterday's range. And kind of right there. And, we keep going up to 39.90 and 4,000. Those are just, I hear people referring to them as century figures. But, yeah, those are numbers, 39.90 and 4,000. We keep oscillating between those two. And see, we have a big gap left here, so we have a big low volume area right there. But we have support right here, and it's above this other previous stuff. And then this here This is right at the area of some more previous stuff. So could that be support? Maybe. I don't know. Look here, 95. Seems like maybe that. And we see how this, you have kind of a balance there. Then it came down, then it's retesting this. So is that too high? I mean, that's a possibility too. And let's look real quick at economic events. So this morning we had we had a series of, lower volatility stuff. That was the afternoon. This was around 3 p.m. my time Pacific. So here's your U.S. events. There's a jobless claim, so uh, that's high volatility expected for that. Uh, the rest of them, there's moderate, there's the rest were smaller economic events. Let's go to Bookmap, and we have okay, so there's midnight. See, that's going back. We see it came up to 47, came down to 30, and I remember this morning, we were thinking it was going to go down lower. And kind of the outlook was that it was going to go down further. So you look at the playbook here, see that went up, but in that example, but you can see this here. That's essentially what happened today. We hit two VPOCs. We had the one here, 56 from yesterday. We had the one from the 28th here at 82. And then the other one here at 88. So we got 3 days worth of VPOCs. It went up. So is that a responsive buying, taking the shorts out because of 3 days of shorts? Maybe. And we saw that thing shoot up like crazy. Now here we are at market open. Where are we? Where is it? There we go, market open. So we're around 35. And 50 was another number. It was kind of bouncing around for a while. These were on the higher time frame. And here's where it all just went off. See, I made a trade right around in here. And I think I was in until about 72. I'll bring a picture of that up in a minute. I mean, is this a lot of algo behavior? It's I watch the algo boys too, and looked at the lines they had posted, and I see a little bit of here and there of okay, maybe there's some structural things that might show. Okay, well, that could be a place where something could go off. Maybe I have a lot to learn about algos. I don't know all that much. But here, look at that 50, 66. It just rocket ship. Boom. Come back down. And, 72 was what I was looking at. There's a that VPOC from yesterday. See what it was again. No, not 82. Where was it? There's some reason I was looking at 72. Okay, well, at the time I was looking at 72, right above where all this resistance is. Let's see if I can bring that up. Yeah, let me see if I can bring this up. Oops, not that one. I have to go back a little bit. Okay, so I had been following structures on here. We know there's VWAP and mid. It's a common place where there's retail stops. See a little divergence here. Further back, so a little more of that going on. Can see here a little bit more. And today was just flipping and flopping, but we initially thought it was going to go down further. Then it started to shift gears and go up, and kind of by the time you got here, you're going, okay, this is going differently than what we thought. But I'm following these structures. I keep drawing them as it progresses. And I see a lot of places where it's support that could clue you in a little bit to, here's a structure. You can't see that within candlesticks normally. Kind of keep the candlesticks on to help give me context when I'm looking at the other higher time frame charts. Let's see if I have a picture here. The Y72. We had the overnight high here at 66. And what else? Well, I had a few trades that didn't go so well, but I survived, and then closer towards the end with that big rally, I was able to secure something decent, although I'm in simulated trading, but still a lot of things I'm working on. See 48, and Oh, these must be some of those. Wait, is that? I don't know if that's today or not. Oh, yeah, that's the second. That was yesterday. Okay. Well, I thought I had one that I marked down, but I can't really find it. Yeah, I'm looking in my folder on this other screen. I can't find it. Okay, I'll look in bookmap here for a second. And this was just kind of anomalous behavior. Like what is that? It went up to 39.90 again. That's the previous RTH high. At the time I was looking around 72. Dang, I wish I got a better image of that. You see, well, we had that. Okay, well, that's enough of that. So what are we looking at with some structure? Okay, see, we have mean reversion here. This VPOC is stayed where it's at for a long time into the close. So it was mean reversion up until it found support here. And then we see right around here, the sellers couldn't take it lower. And then we had the rocket ship take off. That was kind of, we could see we had that NVPOC from yesterday. At first we had 56, then we had 82. You know, we had roughly 70 to 72 there. It's another possible thing to go after. So I was kind of shooting for up here, a little bit past 68 due to some of that volume I was looking at the time. See if we can find it here. Yeah, see, this was sitting here all day. Or not all day, but you can see that's a pretty significant amount of time there. That 70 liquidity was there. Something I look at. What else? We have there's 56. It's right around where the NVPOC from yesterday was. 56. So I mean that was, you could somewhat see that coming, 56 to possibly 82. So I got a decent one in today. So yeah, I guess I'll wrap it up around there. That's about all I can come up with today. It was a pretty weird read. So I guess I'll wrap it up around there.